Hello everybody, welcome to the stream. Bess, how are you? I'm doing great. We're going to try to get another stream of Railroader in here. It's been a while since I've been on live stream, but we had some internet issues. I tried a couple live streams, it just didn't seem to work out. Couldn't stay connected, so I had to wait till I worked those issues out, but I think we're going to be all right now. So we're going to get this live stream of Railroader underway here in just a few. Yeah, Beth, I'm reading chats. I don't know if you can. Can you hear me? Can you hear my audio? Okay. Oh, I lost my chat. Well, I got the YouTube chat back up. Well, I don't know what I did there. Let's put that back. There we go. Well, on now. I lost my chat windows. That's unfortunate. Alright, where's my chats? There we go, chat's back. I was missing the chat for a while there. Alright. Let's go ahead and get this show on the road. So we are back in Railroader. But since the last time I played this, I have added quite a few mods, as you can tell by the interchange yard here. That's a lot of cars. It's all industry mods, most of it. A few track mods, but most of it's industry mods. This is one of the track mods. This is the interchange on this side, and this side here is the hump yard. Here's your little hump. Oh, excuse me. So you can sort the cars out. This is Andrews. Let's go take a look at Silva and see what their interchange looks like. It has changed a little bit as well. So this is the Silva yard now. Get up here and I'm gonna spin around here. Got a water tower here. This is the top of the yard. As you can see, more cars, and that is a lot of cars. These are all new progression tracks that whoops, sorry about that. Progression tracks that you can order cars on, like here. There's a loop track construction site. There's a sorting yard construction site. Believe this over here is the Y track construction site. I guess there's going to be a Y right there. And then this other interchange progression. Scoot over a little bit. Of course, we got the coal storage, which is way back here. Way down there is the coal storage. Way back over here on the other side of those trees. And then we got diesel storage construction site right here. And then standby construction site, standby tracks construction site over there. Something new, also new to the that came with this track mod was the repair parts storage. So what you can do is you get these, and it's empty, so it's got to go. Oh, that's out. Yeah, so both of those are out. I don't have haven't come in yet. So what you do is you bring parts in over here, you store them in here, and then you buy box cars that you can put them in, and they'll load them into the box cars, and that way when your box cars become empty of storage, you can send them to the interchange to get switched out with more parts, but you don't have to wait on those parts for a day to come back, because you'll have some in storage here. And I believe that's the same going to be with the coal storage back over there in the corner. And also, what was the other one with the diesel storage right there? I believe that's going to be the same. You can store diesel there. So, but yeah, quite a few different mods. New industries here. So we have, I don't think I have any new industries for Silva. Nope, just the track, just the progression or the interchange. New over here in Dillsboro, we have the East Henderson Quarry, gypsum quarry. So you have a west, that's the east. This is the east end. Let me move this out of the way, guys, so you can see what we're doing. So this is the east end here, and then we can go to the west end, which is on the other end of the track over here. This is the west end here. And this, guys, is just like, it's right over from the, right over from the Dillsboro yard right here. So everything is right there. Cannonball Broom Factory, that is here. Show you where it is on the map. So it is here above Cowie. And then you have the Flanagan Pickling Incorporated, and that is also right here, I think right above Cowie. Yeah, so it's right there, same place. So one of these is the Broom Factory, and one of them is the Pickling Factory, and then also Hades Candles and Sons. So that's right here at the end of the track. So there's 3 new industries right there at Cowie, and then you have Barkertown, which is off of where the Barker's pulpwood site was, right across on the other side of the river. You'll have Barkertown. So this is Barkertown. Has a nice sized yard in here, an engine track, and then several industries. You have Barker Boats. Oh, wrong one. Barker Boats. Get that up there. You have the, this is Barker Boats right here. This is the Barker's newspaper print right here. Of course, there's the yard. This is Barker's power plant, and you have here and then track on the back side as well. So two different track sites. Then you have of course Barker Creek Park pulpwood spur. That is right across the way over, I believe it's up here somewhere. Is it around the corner up here? Nope, I go the wrong way. Where is the pulpwood spur? There it is. But you see the track is longer now. So I do have a track extension for all the, oh, that's right across from Barker's Boats and newsprint. I do have a track extension for all the logging and cordwood tracks. This is gemstone finishing right here. Like I said, this is the power plant. That's the engine shed. This is the house track, which would be our team track. I'm sorry, right there. It's Barker's team track. This right here is clinking logs, which is this one right here. And then Dingo's Dinghies is back up here. We'll go back up here to the other side. Dingo's Dinghies is on the back side of Barker's Boats. And what's good about that, guys, is you could actually buy box cars, bring them over here, and get them loaded up at Barker's Boats. And then you take your box car around to Dingo's Dinghies, and Deals, and they unload, and then you bring them back over here and load them up. So I haven't researched that on how much money that makes you yet, but I'm sure you got to be making something because you're using their cars. Of course, Slay Micah, I don't think I did anything there except, we'll go look. I think I did. Yeah, I put a runaround track here at Slay Micah. So we now have the runaround track mod here, so it makes it easier for unloading or switching out cars here, and you're not in the way if somebody needs to come by and get around you. Of course, Conley Creek, we'll go up there to Bub, so you can see how big these tracks are now. That's L1, which used to be as big as this one, or actually half that size. But yeah, that's L1. So they're all quite a bit bigger. We're going to go to Whittier, and in Whittier, of course, we have the sawmill. We have new track layout here too. So you can see quite a bit more tracks for the Whittier track. This works good when you first start out, because this is your interchange. So you have 2 tracks for interchange and then a bunch of tracks for storing cars on and stuff. And also, like this cut through here, instead of having to go around and back in there, you can just cut right through here to go to the sawmill. Something else here close to Whittier, we have a new industry. We have the sugar mill. So this is Whittier Sugar Mill, East Whittier Sugar Mill. This takes a lot of cars, guys. A lot of cars here and here, and then a few over here. But it takes a lot of cars, and then I think there's one goes right there. But it takes a lot of cars going through there. Bess, can you hear my audio okay? Like I say, this is the East Whittier track. Of course, the engine shed. We're going to go on through here. Of course, that's going up to Whittier. I know you see this track on this side of the river. We'll sneak back here. This is, we'll bring it back here. So we have Andrews Construction, which is this building up here at the top end. Carolina Cotton, which is this building right here. We have Galena Bottle Works, which is this building right here on the right hand side. And then you have Whittier Heating and Oil and Kerosene, which is these two right here. There's the oil and kerosene. But the only bad thing about, you see these crisscross tracks, guys? This is a nightmare to try to switch out, because you can switch this out and then come back here and switch this side and this side of the Galena bottles. But if you're switching out this side of Whittier Heating and Kerosene, you can't come back to here. You have to come all the way back out to here and come back out. And then when you come in here, you have to back all the way in here and then come all the way back out. And you come in, this is the only way in right here along the river. So it's really a nightmare to try to switch that out. But see, Bess is back in there. And then I think that's all for Whittier. So let's go to Ella, and you can see we have a lot more over here in Ella. So we'll go to the station first, and you see the station right there, and then all these little houses around here, and more industries. So this is a farm in Ella Farm Supply, that's still there, and of course this is the freight house. Then you have we'll go start back here. You have the Hoggly Woggly Cannery, which is these, right? Is all these here. This is the Hoggly Woggly Cannery, and then we're going to come forward here, and you have Jameson Meats right here. So this is Jameson Meats, and then Tuskegee Spirits. I think that is up here. Nope, Tuskegee Spirits is over here. So this is Tuskegee Spirits back over here. This is Carolina Charcoal. This right here is Carolina Charcoal. And then of course back up here in the mountain, if you go past Tuskegee Spirits back up into the mountain here, I'm just going to fast travel there. You'll have the whoa, stuck in a tree. You're going to have Cherokee Coal. So we got a coal mine up here in the mountain just north of Ella. Now let's go to Walker. And up in Walker, you're going to have United Mining Company, 10 lower and then 10 upper. And then of course you have Walker Logging, and then we're going to go to Bryson. And here in Bryson, we have the ice cream factory here, which is all of these are the ice cream factory. And then on the north side of Bryson up here, back over here we go, we got Bryson Briquette, which I believe they make bricks, which is all of these right here. And then just east of Bryson, you have some staging tracks here, and of course this goes around. Of course that's the way up to Walker right there. That's your Walker going up to Walker right there, and to the tin company. I think the tin, you have to go up that way to get to the tin company, but you go along the river here. We're going to keep on rolling along the river here, and we have the GI Gitley Farm. You have Gitley Farm, So this is all the farm right here. You have seeds, water, and grain. And that's the grain, and there's the water, and then there's the seeds. So this is all Gately Farm with a nice little yard. Oh, sorry guys. That be my sugar alarm telling me my sugar is kind of high because I just got done eating. And then it squirts back around here, and of course it goes back up through here and around the mountain up to just going up the hill here up to what is the Gately oil rig parts and oil rig supplies. And then we got Miller Electronics, which is back here. This is the other side of this is Appalachian Hardwoods right here. So the other side of the river behind it, you have Miller Electronics. I have Smoky Mountain Mining, which is back here right behind Appalachian Hardwood. This is Smoky Mountain Mining. You have Bryson Steam and Electricity, which is on the opposite side of the river there, right here from Appalachian Hardwood. And then Bryson Lumber, and no, that's over there in Bryson. That's been there. Where is that? There was another. Oh, Southern Chemical, which is right here. This building right over here, Southern Chemical. And then you have Stevenson Lumber, which is back here. Stevenson Lumber right here. And the lumber, the tracks actually go inside the building, which is pretty cool. And then there is where is that other one? Right here, Blue Ridge Steel. So Blue Ridge Steel is way back here along the river, and there's Blue Ridge Steel right there. And they have tracks that actually go inside the building too, as you can see, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. So that's I think that's it for Bryson. Hemingway, there's not much there. Alarka Junction site, we did do some adding up industries around there. So here's the Alarka Junction. You can see there's more tracks here. So I did a track update or track mod for this. So you got quite a bit more tracks to work with, and then which is needed because you have all this over here just to the west of it. So you have Nick and Sons Sand and Aggregate, which is back up in here. You have Pete's Cement, which is over here on the right. You have the United Mining Company Fluorite, which is where is that? Oh, that's further up that way, so we'll get to that one in a minute. And then the West Junction track site, so that's right there. So that's going to build a track that goes all the way up here and ties back in up here, so you can skip this area here, and you can come into this area without having to go through the Alarka Junction site. But let's go to the United Fluorite. That's right up here, just past the where you go into Bryson, right here. Where you go into Robinson Coal, because this is right there's where you go up into Robinson Coal. So yeah, you come just a little bit further west, and you get the Fluorite United Mining Company, Fluorite Mining Company, and then we'll go down a little further. I don't think there's anything. I don't think I did anything for Alarka. I'm thinking about adding something to Alarka and doing a loop track maybe or something like that. I saw one on there. Almond Station, there is a new, I'm looking at some different ones too, but I'm going to have to do some studying, because right now, guys, I just do the drag and drop mods. I don't do Unity Mod Hub or Unity Mod because I don't know, it's kind of complicated for me. I couldn't get it to work the first time I tried it, so I'm gonna have to play with it a little bit. Excuse me, I get me a drink there. So just doing the Unity mod right there for now, or not doing Unity mod for now. So there is a mod I want to put in here that'll take place of this and put a lot more industries right here and some on the other side of the river here. But I don't have Unity mod, so I can't put it in there right now. So we'll just have to stick with this one. But you have Little Tennessee Bait and Tackle, which is that building right here. And then so you have to come up here and then back that one in, which is aggravating. And this one goes in this way, which is Swain Lumber Company, which is both on this side of that little section there. So National Park Service, we didn't do anything for it. Just past, we'll go here to Hewitt Logging Company. So this is Hewitt Logging Company, and Hewitt Supply Depot, which is on the other side over here. Is that Hewitt? Okay, wait a minute. This is Hewitt Firewood right here. Okay, then you go across here and you have the Hewitt Depot, and then you have Riverside Cement, which is back up in here. This is Riverside Cement, and these are on the other side of the river, and they're just past the Nantahala Talc and Limestone. So just past that, between that and Nantahala, you have the Hewitt Firewood Company, the Hewitt Supply Depot, and then the Riverside Cement. And then we're going to come into Nantahala here, and as you can see, a ton of tracks here at Nantahala, a lot more tracks for staging, mainly because there is a lot more industries here. As you can see, we have Iron Baron Mining Corporation, Moore Brothers Gypsum. I've got an engine shed now for Nantahala right here. Of course, you have Power and Light, which has always been there, and then you have the Union Lumber Company, which has always been there. Well, we'll spin around here. Sorry, guys. Spin around here and look, and this is the Iron Baron Mining Company. So that's the mining company there, and then of course headed towards Nantahala Power and Light and Union Lumber Company is the gypsum company, is Moore Brothers Gypsum, and there's a ton of tracks here that you can load stuff into. So just a lot more industries, guy. I love this. The more industries, the better. But and then here you have the lumber company, Union Lumber Company. I actually have a train there. I need to pull out of there, I guess. Oh, he's pulling that silver out. That's what he was doing. Both of those. Is that one full too? No, not yet. Okay, and then of course added a couple more tracks here to the Power and Light Company. But that is Nantahala. And then I thought about adding the mod that takes that has the tunnel that goes through here, and it comes out on the other side of on the other side of Topton. Where am I talking about? Yeah, Rondo. On the other side of Rondo. It comes out down here somewhere just below Rondo. So I thought about adding that. I haven't done it yet, but we'll see. We'll see about that later on, maybe. Maybe if you guys want to leave some comments on whether you think I should add that or not. I do have the Graham County pulpwood right here. It did add some more tracks to it too as well. And I'm not sure how that got loaded down in there, but that's going to be interesting to get out of there. Passenger train. Looks like it's stuck. Make our way up to Topton here. Here is Topton, across the top of the hill. And then just south of Topton, we have Topton Energy and Oil. So we have, that's Topton Energy, and the other side there is Topton Oil. Rondo, I don't have anything, and like I said, the only thing I did to Andrews was the interchange. So we're back at Andrews Interchange. So there we have it, guys. That is the tour of the new industries. So let's get down here and let's get playing. I'm gonna bring up my engines and see where we're at. So let's see where this one's at. It's stopped. It is in the shed. Both of them are in the shed. Okay, we need to bring them out. So let's bring out 9,000 first. I gotta turn my. It don't matter. I'll bring out 9,001 first, I guess. Seeing how the table's already turned that way. So let's bring him out. This is actually in Dillsboro, I believe. Yeah, this is Dillsboro. So we're gonna bring these out and go to Silva and maybe start setting that up. Usually I would have this set up already. Where these cars need to go here. That needs to go to Andrews Interchange. That one's Andrews. So all these should be Andrews because I usually keep them all lined up together. Yeah. All those need to go back to Andrews. How much diesel's in that? 652. Whoa, I guess I need to stop. Because I have one getting fuel. What is this one? This is my GP9 9100, yeah. So this is the only GP9. Oh no, the SD7. I'm sorry, the only SD7 I have in the group. Which we'll need that to get up that grade, I promise you. So, is it full of fuel? It is fully fueled. So let's go ahead and back it out of there. Select it, and we'll get it back out of there. Give it a little more juice. Flip this switch real quick. And this will probably be our lead engine. And then I'll have one, maybe two of the other ones behind it for multi-unit. Don't need it too much except when you're trying to go up to red marble grade. That's when it tends to want to give you problems. So it's running forward here out of the way so I can get the other engines out of there. I might put this guy behind on the rear end of this train. No, you know what I do? I want him to be the lead engine. I'll put one of the other ones behind us, and then I'll put that third one on the rear end of the train. But I got to turn those other two around, so I should have turned him around while I was there. Should have turned him around while he was on the turntable. I need to do that. What is this one? This is 9001. Let's back him up and turn him around on the turntable real quick. Come on. What am I still? Oh, I'm still trying to back up 9100, aren't I? Yeah. Go forward. Oh. Go forward. Alright, you stay there. Let's click on this and select him. There we go. Now we can back him up. Not used to live streams, guys. I started to reach over and hit the pause button because normally this is where I would pause the video and then come back once I got them all turned around, but I forget I'm live streaming, so and get him to stop too soon. A little more. There you go. We'll get in our little hut here. I like the fact that they allowed you to do that now, so you can turn this without actually going inside being in first person view and going inside it's much better for somebody who plays by themselves. If I had other people playing, this would be fine, but is it gonna, oh yeah, cool, I lined that up perfect. Alright. Nope, we're still going in reverse. I believe that one needed diesel, didn't it? Yeah, we're gonna have to, oh, let's get down here where I can see. Oh, too far that way. There we are. Oh, get down in here where I can see. Actually, let's do this. Let's jump down here like this. And then we'll bring him on back. And that shouldn't be down, that should be up. Wrong one. I guess it makes it easier to find it though. But there we go, filling up with fuel. And while that one's filling up, we'll go ahead over here and get this other one out. I like that they fixed that too, where it kind of bounces back. So this is number 9000. We'll go ahead and select that one. And we're going to put him out. Going forward. And we'll also spin him around. Oh, nope, 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 reverse. Reverse. Don't go out the back window. I didn't even check to see what time we started. We've been streaming for 45 minutes so far. Wow. So we'll get him out here. Come on out on this table here. See if we can get him turned around. Or do we? No, we don't need to turn him around. He's in the right direction. So. And stop. Oh, that's right. He don't need to stop. Come on back. Come on back. What are you? Are you full? Not yet. Almost. So one of these, probably 9,000, is going to be the second train in line, and this one will be on the rear of the consist probably. That's the way I'm going to have it set up. All right, how far are we along here? Come on. You guys will get to see the magic of me trying to handle all these industries. It gets pretty rough. My personal playthrough, I've already been playing with it, and it is all right. I'm going to raise that up. There you go. It's pretty rough. So what was that one? That one was 9,001. So bring him on back. And the reason we need all these going up to red marble grade, guys, is because not only did we carry material across the grade to Andrews, we're also carrying returns to the interchange. Some are full, some are empty. It just all depends. He should be far enough back, isn't he? Yeah. Alright, let's bring the other one in here. Bring him backwards in here until he gets lined up with the diesel. Let's just go to our little fella here. Right about there should do it. Turn around here. Grab our hose. Can we grab it from down here? Huh. How do you do it from down here? Guess not. Do it that way though. Ah, that must be how you do it. Yep, you have to hit the knob. So, oh, he's a little off. I either got to turn my head or I got to do this. Because my stop. My OCD's getting me. There. Probably should have just turned my head like that. Would have been better. But anyway, my OCD was getting on me. But this is a nice train. I like this. This is the GP9. The other one was a GP9. The blue one was the SD7. The GP9s are 64,800 pounds tractive effort. The reason I started going with the SD7s, 90,800 pound tractive effort. So if I'm barely crawling up, just almost, but not quite getting up the hill, that red marble grade with two GP9s, two SD7s should pull it no problem, depending on how much weight. Now, I have tried to pull 4,000 tons up that hill, and it took me 4 locomotives to do it. 2 GP9s and 2 steam engines. It was not an easy task. Let's get that back out of there. See where we're at. 889. Watch grass. Let's watch some grass grow here. Actually, some up there I can go. What I want to do is I want to go run over here real quick. I want to get in this engine. Ah. Reach around behind me and shut the door. My co-pilot seat, or the my mind just went blank. Oh, my mind's always been blank, but conductor, the conductor's chair. Yeah. I couldn't think of that for the life of me, guys. I don't know what it was. All right, 1099. So let's raise that up. There you go. And then we're going to back him up. And we're going to hook these three together, and we'll get them over to Silva. Alrighty. Let's get that 9501. We're going to put him going backwards here. See if we can get a nice little bump. Two, 3, 4 mile an hour bump. That's 4. Good. Now I could get out and do first person, but with this many industries and having this short a time to do anything, kind of need to go ahead and get going with what we got going here. So need to get 9,000, and I just need to take the brake off on that and put it in neutral, and then we're going to go back to the 9100. Oops, it's not what I wanted. Close that. That's what I wanted, and get them going back in reverse. Once he gets off that switch, I'm going to straighten that switch back out. Otherwise, it'll cause a stoplight down here in Dillsboro. Oh, it straightened out already. Okay. Huh. Oh, that's right, because I was ahead of it. And we'll tie this in. And I could put that in 0. Now I'm not sure if I do this one and make it multiple unit and the cutout, will that make all of them do the same? So this is how we find out. So if we put this and set this, so it's rolling right now. So if we set this to go to the silver interchange, I'm just going to bring it right here. Oh yeah, right there for now. So, but I want the 9101. That's the one I want, which is this one. I want it to be the main car or the main engine. Now, is that going to bring all of them? Is he going to control all of them now? Or do I have to set that one as an MU as well? So 9,000, which is the one in the middle, is not doing anything. 9,100 is not doing anything, and that's set as the MU. And the 9,100 is doing all the work. So let's stop it here. I'm doing some experimenting, everybody. So I don't know if you can MU 3 trains or not, and if you can, I'm not sure how to do it. I know it can do 2, but in order to do 2, the one right behind the main engine has to be MU'd. So let's go back to this one, because that was the original one I had down as MU. Let's take it off like that, and then we'll go to this one, and we'll make it MU. See, it set the cylinder automatically when I did that. Now, if I take the 9100 and I give it a command to go in reverse at 3, now watch what 9,000 does. Now if I bring up 9,000, see, so 9,000's at 3. There's 9,001 at 3. No, 9,001's still doing nothing. So can I MU it as well? I forgot to lay out my horn. So let's see if I can MU this one as well. It also set a cylinder. Now, if I hit my 9100 back here to the interchange. Whoa. A little too far there, Thomas. I want to set it to go. Get the auto engineer. I don't know if the last time I did the live stream, I don't think we had the auto engineer, but this is pretty neat, guys. You can just set a spot on the track, and it will automatically go to that track, go to that point in the track. So here we go. Now let's see if all of them are having control at the same time. So we know 9100's got control. 9,000 was the second one. He's at 8. 9,001 is at 8. So they both have to MU. Okay. So you can have 3 cars MU. Yeah, I like that. And they all go together, work to keep a separate speed. So yeah, I may just pull it up the grade like this instead of trying to do individual. Which we may pull all of these cars to Nantahala, because I don't have any problem getting up the Bryson grade, the Hemingway grade. I don't have any problem getting up that grade with 2 engines, even pulling like 3,000 or 4,000 tons. But red marble grade, yeah, you're not pulling that 4,000 tons up with 2 engines, even two SD7s. It's not happening. And with these, all these industries, you're pulling 4,000 ton cars across the tracks easily if you pull them all at one time. Now, my personal playthrough, I've got three different sets of double engines, and I just kind of leave one set of that double engine somewhere around the red marble grade, and usually whenever I get one pulling some cars up to red marble grade, I put the other set of engines in the rear and push them up the hill, and then push it back up from the other side when it's coming from Andrews to get it back up the hill. I think I lost my chat again. Dinging on the bell, coming through. Oh, it's going to be a bit about the signal. Go and resume speed. So we're going to bring cars from here going towards Silva, or toward Andrews, and then there's two engines at Andrews that we're going to have to bring going back towards Silva here. As you can see, I got a bunch of switchers. We got this is the main engine, Silva to Andrews, and 9002 is Silva to Andrews. But I got 9101, 9000, 9001, and then in Andrews I have the 9404 and the 9754. There in Andrews. I'm not sure where this 9002 engine is. As a matter of fact, we've seen it on the track, didn't we? Where was it at? It was parked somewhere. Oh, I think it's got the passenger train on it. Stuck on the track somewhere. Probably out of fuel. Because around between Bryson or Alarka and Andrews, there are no diesel. There is no diesel. So if you're gonna go one way or the other, you better make sure you fill up. You got enough to go from Bryson to Andrews, or Andrews to Bryson, because there is nothing in between, which is concerning. I think they ought to put a diesel stand in Nantahala, to be honest with you. So any devs listening, yeah, we could use a alright, so let's go and look and see what we got here. So we got, that's Nantahala, Talcott Limestone, Ella, Alarka. Boy, they got all these mixed up. Alarka, Appalachian Hardwoods. Oh, this is just going to be easier like this, guys. I don't know where to start at. We want anything from Andrews, which is Snowbird paper, to be on the front of the car. So we only have two things from Snowbird paper. So let's do this. Let's grab these two Snowbirds and push them up here on this track. So I'm not sure why it didn't get. Come on. What's holding you up? What's holding you up? Alright, let's come down the center of the track then. What in the earth? Oh, I know what it is. I'm trying to use the wrong one for controls. Gotta use the main engine to control everything. There we go. Oh, that's why. You gotta go back to manual. There we go. Everybody back to multiple unit. When you do the multiple unit too, you have to have the pushing engines have to be in manual. They can't be in an auto engineer, or they have to be in manual control. Sorry guys. Oh, chat's back. Okay. Everybody can hear me. Put a 1 in the chat if the audio is good. Put a 2 in there if you're having trouble with the audio. Alright. We need to get back on our engine here. Matter of fact, let's do this. Watch and see how he works the brake, how he works the throttle here in the brake. I believe that's the throttle. This is the reverser. Here's the brake. Train brake. That's the independent. See, he's in the independent right now. A little bit, 8%, 7%. Trying to slow it. Slow it down to a nice. I'm doing 9. Gotta slow it down a little bit more than that. 8. Alright. Now what we're going to do is we're going to apply a brake on that, unhook that, uncouple that, and then we're going to run down the other end down here. I'm drunk. We're going to get this one here. And gotta make sure we go back to the right engine. Alright, and bring it on back, Al. We'll get these hooked up and we'll get these switched out and set in the order we want them. We want all the Snowbird or Andrews stuff on the very front of the car, the front of the train, of the consist, and then come back after that. So Andrews, the top-end heating, top-end oil and energy, and then Nantahala and everything around Nantahala, which would be the gypsum and the cement factory and the firewood factory. All that will drop off right there in Nantahala. And then we have the Nantahala limestone, top-end limestone, and then after that is, I think, is the Tennessee bait and the Swain County lumber, and after that would be Alarka Junction. So in Alarka Junction, I usually drop off anything for Alarka, Robinson Coal Gap, and anything for Alarka Junction. I drop all that right there at the Alarka Junction. And then we have Bryson and Ella. Of course, in Bryson, we're dropping off the Bryson, and then the tin mine up there, and then the farm, and the oil and gas. All right. So we need to set a brake on that, and we need to cut that air and unclick that, and we're just gonna push him. Let's put him over. I say we put him over on this track over here. So let's go like this, and then I'm gonna click on that car, and I'm gonna bring that up, and I'm gonna hit follow. And it doesn't have any air on it yet, so we're going to kick these cars up there, and then we're going to try to beat them up there. I got them going about 10, maybe 15. That's a pretty long way. I might do 15, but I'll have to watch it. Bring it up so I can get hit my follow button, because I'll need to follow it and come back to it. It's already up to 9, 10, 15. We're going to let it go right there. We'll stop our train. Now I'm going to run up here with this, and we're going to beat it up here. We'll bring the train up right here, and I'll go back and follow the cars. Because the next thing in line up behind this is going to be up there. I thought I saw, I didn't see anything back there that went up there. All the rest of that, like that's back there, that's Barker's and Dillsboro. So all that's, and this is going to be the last thing to come off. But some of this goes right here to this, all this Y construction site stuff, sorting yard, all that goes right here. So we can drop them right in here before we even leave. And let's give it a little break. Let off a little, let it coast up a little. Perfect, I'm going to stop it right there. And then I'm going to let my train come back here. And I'm going to go ahead and tell it to bump back into that. So what I'm looking at so far is I think this limestone top goes next. And then after that, it looks like it's going to be the Alarka and the Robinson Coal stuff, or the Alarka Junction stuff. Alarka and Alarka Junction. And after that, would be Bryson, and then Whittier, unless there's any Ella. I didn't see any Ella either. But once I get all this on there, I'll put it all on the switch list. I can go here, I pull up my switch list. Once it gets everything hooked to the train, I go right here to this settings tab, and I can put add from train. So what it'll do is add everything that's hooked to the train, it'll add it to the switch list. So, all right, well, here I got this. We'll get a good example right here. So I went right here and I went add from train. So it's added those 2 silver interchange, or from the silver interchange 2 snowbird paper. It's added both of them to the list because they're hooked to the train. So, oh, there's an Ella. So there was an Ella in there. So let's do the limestone next. We'll go back here and unlock this car. Take the brake off that car. I guess I could, if I'm going to be standing right around here doing this, I could do it first person. So we'll go through here, we'll hook up this nanohair top and limestone, and then I believe it is the, I didn't see anything from Swain County or anything else around the Nantahala area, so, or from the Almond area or the Ella area, or the Nantahala area, so, or Topton, any of the Topton energy. So we're going to jump off here, and we're going to, whoa, back up. I'm going to connect that, and then we're going to go back here and disconnect these. Oh, get off there. So I want to close, come here, close that one off. I'm going to have to jump up here and get this one. We'll jump over here on the other side to get it, I guess. Close this one off, and then disconnect that, and disconnect that. Ooh. So then I can tell him to go to, let's get a little sky view here going. So we got our Nantahala. We need, so right now I see these 2 here that need to go. So I probably should just stay connected and pull that out too and slap it over to the other side, but I guess we can get this one first and then do that. And then all this stuff, most of this stuff goes right here. There's some more Robinson Cole stuff, so yeah, okay. So we need to have him come over and grab this. So let's tell Al to come over here and get this. Don't need that anymore. And he'll come over and hook up to this, and then we'll have him pull pretty much that whole line got to come out. But when I pull that out, I'll probably drop all those, all the stuff that's got to go right here into, right around here by the, all the compression stuff, like interchange progression stuff, the loop track, the sorting yard, the Y, the cold storage, the diesel storage, and the standby tracks. I'll drop all that stuff right in here. Is he coming back? Why is he not coming back? Why did I leave? Oh, I left this. I didn't take the brake off of this. Where is the brake? Alright. So we'll ride on back here and yeah, I'd love to have a cool logo banner for my Twitch channel. Twitch. But I have a hard enough time making thumbnails for my videos, so. And I really haven't got into, this is only the second time I think I've ever streamed on Twitch anyway, so I'm not really, don't really know a whole lot about all the stuff that goes with stream elements and all that stuff. I need to start learning a lot of that, but alright, let's get over here. Let's lock that up, and we'll open this one, and then we'll open, come on, open that one. Alrighty. And then we're going to go back behind this one, and we'll cut these loose right here. I gotta go back the other end just to hit the, yeah, it's up there, apply the brake. Alright, we're going to close that, undo that one, disconnecting, and we're going to send him over, pull this whole line out right here. So come on back, Al. Alfred Edwards. Hey. Oh, I didn't. Did I? Oh, I've got to take it back off that front car. There it is. Yeah, hang on, let me get on. There you go. Now you can go, Al. Audio sounds good, cool. Yeah, I had some problems with my last 3 videos. My audio was like, I had a different speaker up here. I think it was connected to instead of connected to my boom mic, and it was causing some issues. So I think I got it straightened out now though. I've got all the other speakers that I use turned off, except for my desktop speakers for the computer. And my boom mic is the only thing I got turned on right now. All the rest of my speakers I use. So I have a Bluetooth speaker that I use sometimes. I have a headset that I use when I'm playing a Tower Simulator 3, which is an air traffic control game. I like to play it, but I have a headset that I use when I play it. Should have stayed hooked to this the first time, pulled all these out, and then went and got those other two. I wasn't paying attention. Wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. Alright, let's hook you up first. Then we'll turn our air on. Alright. Now, we need to go down here. Ow. Not all the way down the tracks. It's not supposed to do that. Not supposed to run on the tracks, but all the way down. Yeah, we're going to drop all these in their spots where they belong. Cold storage. Yeah. So we're going to drop them right here. So where's the... it's on the other end. Always on the other end. Handbrake. Alright. Let's... come on. Shut the air off. Shut the air off. Disconnect. Disconnect. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump on it right here, and I'm going to go to overhead view so I can tell Al where to go with this. So the first one is, I can get out of the trees. First one is cold storage, and I think it goes right there. Okay, so let's go ahead and have Al stick it right there. Got a couple cars that are still, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars up. So 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's this one. Nope. Nope. Oh, 6 cars in the front. That figures. I go all back to the front. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this one and this one had a brake on them. Alright, take it away, Al. I'm gonna ride over here and drop these two off. This is going to be the cold storage as soon as it gets constructed. The only bad thing about this, it doesn't tell you, like, if you do the milestones, like if you do the arc junction water column, it does what that's ordered. All of these are in progress. So, oh yeah, it does tell you. Okay, so the sorting yard needs 1 of 2 phases. I'm on 1 of 2 right now. The loop track, I'm 1 of 1. So once this is done, the loop track will be done. The Y is a 1 of 1. The cold storage is a 1 of 1. It's 5 cars, but I only have 2 here. So I guess the other 3 are coming from Silva or from Andrews, which is this is 1 of 1. Deliver 2 cars. And with the standby tracks, it's 1 of 1, 3 cars. So, let me stand up here and check this, guys. Wow. I don't know if it's raining out, but it's windy. I checked my weather station. The winds are about 10 miles an hour outside right now. So yeah, this is the one he's going to switch. And that's the thing about Al, he'll switch it. I could act like I switched it. Okay. But Al switched it. And back we go. All the way around the loop. All the way, or not the loop, it's not a loop yet, but all the way around. We gotta go on the back side, the left side of this water tower. Through the woods, all the way around to the other side. And this section right here is actually where the stuff goes to construct the Y. Goes in this little section right here is where you drop it at. I think the Y goes off to the left here. That's the only place I can see it going. Unless it goes off to the left back up here in between these 2 hills. It might. Like right off here back to the left, it might go back that way. And then come out this way. Yeah, that would be back, that would make sense too, but. I'm supposed to be on 9101. There you go. Not 9001. So this is a cold storage back here. That's a runaround track right there. That thing goes all the way around to the back side of the interchange. But there's something I put over there. I don't know what it is. I can't remember what it is. There's something that goes over there. I think it is standby tracks, maybe. Coming to a stop here. Is this my progression tracks for the cold storage? Yeah. Alright. I'm going to jump off here, Al, because I know you're going to come to a stop. And these 2 cars, this one here, And you know what I do before I do that? I want to do this. Because I got to get used to doing this. There we go. And then I can go those two right there are crossed off. So if I go up here and hit clean up, it'll take those two off the list. So am I really getting 60 or 50? No, yeah, 60 FPS. All right, so this one here, cold storage. I took the overlays off so that make it look a little bit more realistic. So close that one. I'm gonna have to jump over the other side. Close that one. Unhook us there. Unhook us there. Now this one is the Y, which is up to the front of this. That one's the Y. That one's the Y. That one's the Y. That one's the sewing yard. So this is the last one for the Y right here. So what we're going to do, we're going to jump on here and I'm going to go an overhead shot. And the Y is set right in here somewhere. So I'm going to have him run right about there. We'll have him run right about there and I'll see. Whoa. Yeah, because the Y is right there. So I'm going to leave that on so I can see where I'm at on the Y. So I can just tell him to stop when I'm getting close. 0.2 miles southwest is the Y construction site. You can start slowing down anytime now. Alright, hold on now. I'm going to make sure we're in all the way. All the cars are in the Y construction site. No. One car out. You're kidding me. Alright, Al. How about let's go forward one car. Alright, you can stop. That'll do. Alright. That was the sorting yard. This one was the Y. So where's my handbrake? Back here? Yep. Handbrake. Get back up here. Cut these loose. Air off. Air off. Cut that loose. Cut that loose. Let's jump on this car. Let's go to our overhead and see where our sorting yard is at. I believe it is, oops, sorry. I believe it is over here somewhere. One of these two. So let's look at the sorting yard. Yep, that one right there. Okay, so that was an easy one. We'll just have Al back right into there. All right, take it away, Al. So we'll get all these dropped off. Then we got to go to the Andrew yard. And it's already 9 o'clock and we ain't even started headed that way with these. So once we do that, we'll be no more riding around on the cars like this. It'll be all jumping back and forth just between trains. To get all of that done, because every time there's a stop, it'll have to. I'll set the auto engineer or Albert Edwards. I'll set the AE, and then we'll go ahead and just jump back and forth whenever they get to stops. And usually, what I do is in between when the freight expresses, because that's why I call them freight express, because they're just going from one end of the track to the other and just dropping stuff. And then I have the switchers switching them, and in between these guys running, I'm doing all the switching it too at the same time. Having the switchers take it to the industries and it can be hectic. It can be really hectic. All right, I'll get in there. Where's the switch? There it is. So I don't know. This one, it's not going to take all 3 engines. Well, unless I pick up a bunch of interchange stuff going back across the map. This loader shouldn't be too bad going across the Red Marble Grade, but we'll see. Like I say, I think we do have to rescue the passenger train. We might go look at that in just a second. As soon as Al gets here and we get these dropped off, we'll set him up to drop off this next section of cars, and then we'll go look at the passenger train and see what the dealio is with it, because I've seen it setting on the Red Marble Grade. So I don't know if it's having trouble. It shouldn't be though with GP9 and 4. I think it's only got 4 passenger cars, and it shouldn't be too much trouble getting up the grade with that. I can almost get up that with like the P48 steam engine. Alright, Al, are we in the right spot? Yep, we are. We should be good, Al. Go ahead and stop. And I'm going to jump off and see which two of these cars. So we know this is a sorting. And is that a sorting? That's all. Nope. Yeah, that's also a sorting yard. Is this a sorting yard? Yep, that's also a sorting yard. Is it in the... It is. And what is this? This is the interchange loop. Okay. So here's where we're cutting it. Right here. So let's cut this right here. Go ahead and hit the handbrake. Cut that air. Cut that air. Alright. So I'm just going to jump on this for now. I'm going to come up here and we're going to see where... What did I say that was? The loop track. Loop track. Loop track. That's the tannery. Okay. Alright, so now we're getting somewhere. So these three are for the loop track, which is probably right here. But we'll check it and see. Why cold storage loop track? Sure is. Alrighty, so we are going to... Oh, did I not cut it loose? Or did I cut the wrong one loose? That's the sorting yard. Okay, I cut the wrong one loose, I guess. I gotta go back down here now and... Well, I'm already down there, so let's... I'm on the wrong car. Yeah. Alright, now we're in business. Now we jump up on this one. We get overhead here. Now we have loop track, loop track, loop track. And they're all going to go right here. And we're going to put Al in motion to go right there. And then we're going to bring up our train list and we're going to go check on this one. Okay, so that's the ones that, those are at Andrews. So 9202. So what about... What is that one? The Nantahala switcher. What is 2196? The Nantahala, that's one Nantahala switcher. Okay. Alright. And then... What is the 95? That's the passenger train. 95, 9754. She is setting out of diesel. Okay, so... We're going to go find where's my Nantahala switcher at. It was down there switching out Union Lumber. So let's get her... Let's get that switcher moving to right about there. And we'll drop off that silver interchange car. And then we'll kick that lumber car back in there. And then we'll take the switcher and see if we can't push the passenger car up the grade, up the red marble grade. That'll be interesting. While we're waiting, let's go back to here. These have very little diesel, and I don't know if I have any diesel here at the thing or not. So let's bring out 9202 first. Alright, that's who we got out, so I'm just going to do this the easy way. Is there any diesel here? Yeah, okay, so, alright, so we'll do it that way. We'll bring 9202 out. Do right there. Just start getting some diesel, and while he's pulling out, we'll go check on this one, because we're down to 1 mile an hour. Oh, it's just backing up. It says that waypoint. Okay, so it is backed up. So let's make sure we're all inside the track. Yes, we are, and that's a Parson Tannery. All right, so we're going to put a brake on that, cut that loose. Now, Parson Tannery. So now we want to put that one. We got Parson Tannery, Silva, Holyfield Heating. That's Stencil, that's Whittier. Holyfield Heating's Whittier, all that's Whittier. The Parson Tannery is going to come off last, so I need to put it on the Silva. So we need to put it right on that track right there. So we're going to back this and put it right there. And we'll check on our 9202, who is getting fuel. A little bit too far, so we're going to back him up a little bit. Back him up just a hair. Come on. Filling? Yep, she's filling. Alright, let's go check on our 2190. I like that. See, I got the Nantahala right there, so I know that's a Nantahala switcher. And he is not going anywhere because he has the brake on, of course. It's not what I wanted. Close. That's what I wanted. Alright. Is there anything else I can send? So that one is the Silver to Anderson freight number 2, supposedly. That one's the Silver to Anderson passenger car. That one doesn't have anything. I haven't established it yet. That's Silver to Anderson freight number 2. So we got both of them. So the 9202 and the 9404 are the Silver to Anderson freight number 2, and of course the 9000 and 9001. So I'm gonna switch one of them, probably the 9001, to be the Silver to. I don't know what I'm gonna make it yet, but we can do that right now. So we can go here and we'll go to options, and we will not designate that one there, and we will designate this one a Silver to Anderson freight number 1. All right. So 9100 and 9000 will be the Silver to Anderson freight number 1. All right. Let's put a block on it. Lock that off, and we are going to kick this car right back there. So let's lock on it. Come on. Why aren't you moving? Too long? Oh, wrong train. Wrong train, that's the one I want right there. We'll give it a good kick. We'll give it a good kick. Let's go check on our 9101. See what that thing's doing. So is it where it needs to be? I think it is, but I gotta get back to that 2196 because it's doing a kick. So no, come on, just kick it. A little break. Come on. You gotta be kidding me. There it goes. Let's go roll. Alright. Now we need to get this one up to Nantahala. And somewhere right around, I don't need that anymore. I forgot to take a break off, so somewhere right in, I don't know, there sounds good. Let's go back there and take a break off that thing. And close the door. Because if you don't close the door when it comes back the next time, the door will be open again. So, alright, let's go check on 9101. We're going to make sure that, so we got parts of tannery, silver peckerboard, Holyfield, and Stenzel. That is the next ones in line. So let's set a break on that. And we're going to put the Holyfield and Stenzel on, what's that down there? Robinson Cole. Let's put the Holyfield and Stenzel on this track right here. Alright. Now back to what 9202. Are you full of fuel? You are full of fuel, so we can raise you up, pull you up out of the way. Click on the 9404. Get you pulled up here. Go back and check on our 9106. Should be just coming out. Yep, just in time. I tried to use these right here for the interchange cars, going back to the interchange, but it's too hard for a train to get in there and out of there real quick. If the freight, when it's just coming by, to back in there and pick up the cars and pull back out. So, and the switcher's not always right here to do that for them. So, I use these tracks right here, 2 of these tracks, one for their Andrews and one for Andrews and one for Silva. I'm gonna let you go, and then we are gonna take you. How much diesel do you have? You're full, but not. You only have 500 gallons. So let's take you up to the. Well, I want to stay connected to you, don't I? So I want to do that, but I want to go here and hit the eyeball to take me to the passenger train. And see if we can come in behind you and push you up this hill. I doubt it, but we can try it. No, you got the balls. It's only, well, it's 5,100 pounds of tractive effort, which is a little bit more than the P48 Pacifica, but I don't think you can make it up that hill. Especially with the way that freight train on it too, so with that GP9 on it as well. So we'll see. Let's go back here. How much of this is Whittier? I'm gonna need to come back some more Whittier. Oh, that's Appalachian Hardwood. So right there. So we're just gonna have him come back, Al. Come back about 2 cars, maybe 3. We'll start with 2 and then I'll hit 2 again. Because all we need to do is get this one out of the way of the tracks. So 2, clear 1 car, 2, clear 1 car, I'll hit 2 again, clear 1 car. Alright, good enough. That should be good. Alright, so Whittier, Appalachian Hardwood, brake. Now, Appalachian Hardwood. What else did I see was Appalachian Hardwood? That's Locust Pin, that's Dillsboro. Silva. So did I see some more Appalachian Hardwood back here? So I know all of these are Robinson Coal. That's West Junction track site, so that's Robinson Coal too. Locust Pin, Dillsboro. So those need to go up there. Connect to these 3, right? Dillsboro, yeah. And Parsons, I didn't see any more. I know I saw another Appalachian Hardwoods. Ella needs to go in front of Whittier. West Junction track site, that needs to go back to behind the other 2. That one too. And then Hala, Snowbird. Alright. So, where am I going to put this Appalachian? I guess I'm going to put it over here on this track, so I'm going to put it right there for now. And then the Embark can go with the Robinson Coal Gap. Let's go check on 9404. You pulled a diesel yet? No, you pushed. Oh, you pulled up there though. Okay. A little off, so I'm just gonna turn my head. I didn't see it. I didn't see this off. 2196 still moving. Nope. 2, 3, 5, 10. Okay, it's picking up speed. So back to the 9101, I guess. So what is the Silva switch you're doing? It's stopped. What's it? Where is it at? It could be over here switching that stuff, but there's a silver interchange you can pull out and put here. But you know what? It's silver, so I'm gonna leave it there because I'll just pick it up with the switcher and put it back there. And it could pull. Nope, they're not ready yet. I'll say I could pull them out and we can take them up when we go, but it's not ready yet. So alright, so he's got nothing to do. Unless there's something in Dillsboro he can do. Let me go look at Dillsboro real quick. This is what I'm talking about jumping around, guys. You jump around with these switchers to see where everything's at. Locust Pin, Dillsboro, fuel. So nothing to come back. Alright. So we're good there. Let me see. Do I have anything over here at the gypsum places? I don't think so. Nothing at West Gypsum. Nothing at East Gypsum. Pretty sure I ordered that stuff. Yeah, tier 1 tomorrow. Alright, so let's go back to 9404. See if he's full of fuel yet. He is. Let's have him go ahead and just run up and gently bump that car. Go back to the 9101. You should be where you're dropping off that Appalachian Hardwood car. Oh, gotta set the brake. Gotta remember to set the brake, guys. These things roll off on you. Some are setting flat, but most of the time they roll off. So these are Larka cars. That's the Ella house. So the Ella is going to go in front of this one. The Larka car's got to go in front of. I like to put them behind it, but I do like to put them behind it because I am going to put it behind it. So I'm going to put the Alarka cars over here. Alright. So the 9404, it's ready. Alright, so now, 9404, I need to put it to manual. And then make sure it is the MU. And that means the 9202 will be in control. So let's unstar that one. That's how I do that too, guys. I usually star the cars that are in control and unstar the ones that are not in control. Helps me keep me from getting confused. Let's go back here to the thing and see what we got going on this side. So I'm going to do the overlay real quick, guys, to make this easier for me real quick. Alright, so that's easy. These here I can leave right where they're at, and the switcher can come get them. All these red ones are the ones I want in the front. So let's try a little hump yard action here. How about that? So let's bring the 90. Well, I need 9202. That's what I want. There we go. 9202. Let's do some hump yard action. So we'll bring that back there. And then we'll go to the 2196. It's a switch fouled. Oh, crap. Yeah, I'd say the switch is fouled. So whatever's coming to get this has got to come from Andrews. Unless I don't know if I can do that or not. I don't think I can push those up that hill by hand. Oh man. Alright. Alright, we'll put the 2196 back down to and then a halo. There's nothing it can do. Forgot about those being. Is that almost empty? No, it's got 41 tons left in it. Is there anything here that needs to be done? Nothing. Alright, what about here? Alright, so yes, so we'll bring them over here because this now is changed. There's two tracks, one for the T4 and one for the T3. That's changed. All these Andrews cars can become placed here or taken back over to the Nanahala. So we'll bring 2196 over here, take care of this. So won't you come over here and whoop, right there, and Alarka Junction switcher. No, it's Alarka Junction. Nanahala. I need the Andrews switcher. Where is the Andrews? Right there, Andrews switcher. It's in Bryson. That's disconcerting that the Andrews switcher is in Bryson. Alright, well, let's get you back to Andrews. Might as well send you to Nanahala. Oh, okay. Trying to figure out where these cars are at. Something I can pull from Andrew's side. I guess it's gonna have to be those two. That train. So let's go look at the 9202. Oh, they're not hooked. All right. I forgot to hook the air hose up. All right, now you can go. There you go. All right, let's go back to Silva. Alright. I know the overlay's cheating, guys, but it makes it easier and quicker when only one person's playing it. I had a bunch of people, multi people playing, it wouldn't be so bad. I could do it like more realistic, but when it's just a single player, man, it's any little thing to make it easier for you is. Alright, we'll put the L in front of the Whittier, and then we'll put the West Junction over there because there's some West Junction behind these Robinson Coals, and I would like to keep those together. But after we do the West Junctions, then we will grab those Robinson Coals, then the Alarka, then the West Junction, then the L and Whittier, then the Dillsboro, and then the Silva. Well, yeah, I'll go ahead and take the Silva up there and drop it off closer to the... Well, no, I'll just leave the Silva there. The switcher can come get it. It's not that far. Take that brake off. Go ahead and tie this air and stuff in real quick. Alright, air's tied in. Come on back just about that bar there, Al. That ought to do it. Alright, send this West Junction over here. It's a nice thing about having all these tracks. Makes it a lot easier to sort your cars out. And that hump yard over in Andrews is a ton easier. I think somewhere in here, one of these makes it a hump yard too. Track construction wide loop sorting yard. Yeah, sorting yard. I think right in here is going to be a hump yard or something. I hope. It will be nice. All right, let's go check on the 9202 and then 9404 and see where. All right, so we're hooked. We're hooked there. All right, so we're going to go down the other end. And we're going to take the brake off of that one, and that one. All right, so we need the Talcon Limestone M1, the Dillsboro M1, the Ella Farm M1, the National Park M1, and the Whittier House Track M1. And then the West Junction Track and the Arca Junction Site can go in the same one. And then all the rest of these are in front, so I'll put them all in the same one. But on the staging supply staging, that's going to be signal lights, and that'll be after Nantahala and before Arca Junction. Oh, here's some more Talcon Limestone. So okay, let's bring it up to right there, and then when I get over here, we can do some humping. I like to hump trains, that is. All right, go back over here to West Junction. Put a brake on there. All right, so now that's all set to go get these pricing cards down here. Yeah, or these Robinson Go Get cards. All right, go get them out. Let's check on the. Oh, he's still rolling. The Nantahala car's still rolling. Let's see what the silver paperboard's doing. Is it out of fuel too? Almost. Where's it at though? Setting out of fuel. Wow. So it's turned around going back toward Connie Creek. We need to get you to Dillsboro as quick as possible. Dillsboro Engine Service, coaling tower. Yeah, we need to get that thing over here as quick as possible. Right there. Could have filled it up with water at the interchange if we'd have thought about it, but of course I'm good at running my stuff out, guys. I really am, guys and gals. Real good at running my stuff out of fuel. Look at this one. It's almost out of coal. That is to go where? Nowhere. No assignment. I got one there. I don't know where there's another coaling tower. I have to go look at all my other stops and industries and see if there's coaling towers around. Alright, so what do we got going on here? So these are Andrew interchanges. All these are Whittier sawmill. Waiting on the sawmill. Waiting on the sawmill. And the sawmill is done. So those are 3. So what I can do is bring him out here. Any place over here I can bring him? I don't know if I can get him in there or not. We'll try to get him in here. How come I can't click on it? Thank you. Operations. That's going to L2. That's only, how many cars is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 8 cars. Where did this one come from? These. Wow. So that's a lot of cars. All right. So Let's see if we can get that. That's not the Whittier switcher. There is the Whittier logging. Okay, let's see if we can get him. If I can get him in here. Push some logs over there. You know what? I'm just going to take him to the outside back. No. Logging shunt over there. That logging spur. I usually jump around more than this, but I'm trying to, because while this was coming to stop, I would go jump and do something else and then come back to it, and I just go down the line and go up and go down the line and go up and go down the line. It can be aggravating, but come on, just a little more, just a little. Go back over here to Stenzel. So I can bring the Whittier switcher over here and grab these. Let that log train come in there first. I think I'll make this long leg and see how much of them I can put in that logging shunt over there. That logging spur. I usually jump around more than this, but I'm trying to, because while this was coming to stop, I would go jump and do something else and then come back to it, and I just go down the line and go up and go down the line and go up and go down the line. It can be aggravating, but come on, just a little more, just a little. Go back over here to Stenzel. All right, let's drop you right here. See if we can put this long load of cars in there, or logs in there, and see what happens. Nope, 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 nope. I want you to come right there. Keep forgetting to switch my engines. Now I gotta go back over there to Stenzel and do this again. All right, now. Come on. All right. I'm just curious about these logs. It's quite a long. I don't know if they'll all fit in that spur or not. We're fixing to find out, though. We are fixing to find out. I don't even know if this thing can push it. Alright, here we go. Is that one out of the way yet? Alright, yeah, I'm just getting out of the way. Oh, I didn't even see them there. There's a bunch of them there. They can bring out to the interchange too. Make sure we go all the way back. Alright, I'm going to put them in there. While them are going, I'm going to go check on 9202. What is this one? This is the hump yard. The thing about this is you got to be here and to really... So where I want this? I want this one over there. So this is how I usually take care of this, guys. Well, you know what? Before I do that, those are talc too. I might as well hook all them together real quick. Yeah, let's do that before we put them on the hump. We'll hook them all together because those are both talc too, so they can go there. All right, where are we at here? We are hooked to the Robinson coal. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hook to this. I'm going to bring me a little wind up here so I got my follow button there. And I'm going to pull these up. And I'm going to tell the AI to hook to these. Or to hook to these. But when they get close enough, I'm going to drop the Dillsboro cars off. the end of the train there, so the end of the consist. So let's tell him to come on up here. And of course, we gotta Alright, so we're gonna hook some lines up here. There. Take that brake off. I'm gonna go hook these front two lines up. Right there. I guess I could go ahead and leave them on the train. Yeah, because I'm just gonna be backing in and out and hooking stuff up now, so we can go ahead and hook up there. And then whoa, Nelly. Unhook there. And he should take off, and now we're just going to follow our little train here, our little car here. Once he gets rolling, we're going to drop the air off of it. And when we get close enough up here, we will kill the pin. And let it explode on in there while this goes and hooks to the Arca cars. Usually I would have the switcher doing this before the Freight Express gets here, but alright, that's good enough. I'm going to go ahead and get a little separation going there. And we'll let put the brake on it right there. We'll let that go over there, and we'll switch back to the 9202. See what's going on here. We dumped that off. So what was going on here? Oh yeah, we was hooking to those other two tout cars. Now what is this one? That one is actually an inhaler car, so that's different than the other two. That's the only car going in inhale. I should have more cars in this. I'm not sure what happened with this interchange switch, but there should have been more cars in this. But anyway, so we're going to break off that, take the brake off of that one, oop, and take the brake off of that one. And one of these cars, these here, is going to get a... Alright, so what do we want? We want to... I want to put a brake on that one. I think I just took the brake off of that one, but... And then we're going to do that. Then we're going to move over here to the hump. And get ready to push. And while we're doing that, we'll go check on Mr. 2196 and see what he's doing. He's ready. Brake off that. Nope, I put a brake on it. Take the brake off of it. And this is how I kick cars, guys. This is how you kick cars when you're by yourself and you're using the auto engineer instead of manual mode, instead of manual driving. Now see, that goes downhill right there, which is nice. I think it goes back up though right there at the end. It looks like it's going back uphill, so it could be tricky if you don't have enough speed. They're in the spot, so I'll go ahead and let it go. The brake lie on it. Pull this one out because it needs to go back to the interchange. And all three of these need to go back to the interchange, so we'll pull them out too. Alright, let's go check on 9101, or yeah, 9100. You are in place, my friend. So we are going to take the brake off of you, and we're going to let him come right up in there. Tie in that brake line. Go to the 9202. Let's drop something in the hump. I could put the Nanahala car in front of these. Or no, I'll put the Nanahala car behind these if I was going to do it that way. But we'll go ahead and put the apply button on right there. And we'll go back to the train. And wow. Dillsboro's already all the way over the hump. So let's go ahead and just do this. And see if she'll roll on. And I think there was more Dillsboro back there, so I will let that roll on back a good bit here. I know the Sleigh Micah needs to come be behind the Dillsboro, so that needs to go in front of the Dillsboro. I should have put it in front of the Dillsboro just now, but I didn't see if there was any barkers back there, so. Kicked back far enough, I think. This is the Ella. Now, is there any? There's some Whittier right there. I'm gonna go and put that Ella. I got plenty of track. I'm not gonna worry about it. Let's put the go ahead and lock onto it. I'm gonna put the Ella on this track right here. And this is how you kick cars on the hump, guys. Everyone, girls, women, dudes, men, everybody, anybody. Now this would be behind the Bryson car, so it would be, I could put that car right in front of this one. This is the Park Service car. That's going to go. There's nothing over there I can put that in front of right now, so that's going to go. So I'm just going to take the air off of it, and I'm going to let it go. I'm going to let it go over here. So I'm going to switch that over there. I'm going to let it go all the way to the far side over there. Keep on going. And come on, come on, come on, come on. I actually probably could have put it in front of those. I should have put it in front of the top cars. But on the weather. So what am I going to do here? So I got a slay mica that if there's no barkers on this train, and there's another locust pin. So I need to put that Dillsboro in there. How many tracks I got open? 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, we're going to put the Whittier. Right there. We're going to put Whittier right there. And because we're going to add more Whittier to that, I got more Dillsboro to put on that. All right. This is all Bryson stuff. So let's move it back over there and move that one over there. Let's see if we can get this Bryson stuff to roll off of here without rolling backwards. Should do, because one's on top of the hump, the other one's on the other side of the hump. So should be able to cut it loose and let it roll. Now I can put in front of that, I can put the Alarka, and in front of that I can put the Appalachian. Yeah, so I don't know why I did that. I wanted to do that. All right. Now, before we go any further with this, all those are red, so all those need to stay on the front of the train anyway. So I am going to put all of those right there. Alright, now we can go check on the 9101, because I know he's done doing what he was supposed to be doing, which was connecting to the West Junction stuff, which is the next thing to come off in line. Alright, now what's next after the West Junction? West Junction, West Junction, West Junction. So the next thing would be the Appalachian hardwoods. And the 2196 and Nantahala stuff. Let's take the brake off of that and go grab 2196 and Nantahala stuff. Let's take the brake off of that and go grab 2196 and Nantahala stuff. Let's take the brake off of that and go grab 2196 and Nantahala stuff. Let's take the brake off of that and go grab 2196 and Nantahala stuff. Let's take the brake off of that and go grab 2196 and Nantahala stuff. Let's take the brake off of that and go grab 2196 and Nantahala stuff. Let's take the brake off of that and go grab 2196 and Nantahala stuff. Let's take the brake off of that and go grab 2196 and Nantahala stuff. Let's take the brake off of that and go grab 2196 and Nantahala stuff. Let's take the brake off of that and go grab 2196 and Nantahala stuff. Let's take the brake off of that and go grab 2196 and Nantahala stuff. Let's take the brake off of that and go grab 2196 and Nantahala stuff. Let's take the brake off of that and go grab 2196 and Nantahala stuff. Let's take the brake off of that and go grab 2196 and Nantahala stuff. Let's take the brake off these 3 cars. Alright. And then we'll go back to the 9202. And while that's backing up, guys, I will be right back. I have to go grab me something to drink real quick. Ah, I'm back. Oh, that tastes good. Need to get me a good glass of sweet tea. Alright. So our red stuff, is it back far enough? Alright, come on back about another 2 car lengths. And that'll do. Alright. Now, we got another Appalachian hardwoods that can go with that Appalachian hardwoods. So, and that Appalachian hardwoods. And that alma supply. Alright, let's look at a map real quick, guys, so I make sure I get this right. So, there's Silva. Let's go to Almond. Almond Station. Alright, National Park comes before Almond. So I'll be dropping the National Park before I drop the Almond. So there's the National Park. So the Almond needs to go in. That needs to go in front of the Almond. Oh. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go back another 2, please. No, come on, 2 more. I want that corner off there a little bit. That'll work. All right. So let's drop this almond. You guys settle down. The cats are going crazy. Where you go? Settle down. We'll drop it off there. I'm going to pick up that slave mica. Actually, this whole line here. Because I need that Dillsboro in the back. And I'm going to drop them Robinson Coal gaps in one of these And this track here, actually I'll drop it in the same track with this one. That could go on the same track too. Actually that. I'll move the slave mica over. And I'll pull this hardwood up and drop it in front of that. And I can drop that in front of the Ella. Alright. This flame mica can go in front of that Dillsboro. Alright, let's do that. Alright, we'll do that. Thinking too hard. Alright, we got the Appalachian, so we need to go in front of the Ella. So take the brake off and then put you coming up here in front of this Ella. Go ahead and connect our airline there. Go check on our 2196. Have it run on into that one. Yeah, that was nice, that extra lane they put in over there so you could split those two up instead of having one in front of the other one. That was a pain in the butt. I wish they'd do that with the Appalachian hardwood. I think there is a mod that does that with the Appalachian hardwood. I'm going to have to look into that. That makes that so it's so the G3A and the G3B are on separate lanes. But anyway, alright, back over to the 9202. I got to get this train going because this is the train that's going to have to go up and rescue the passenger train. So, alright, so one will break this apart right here. Actually, I already got a Whittier right over there, so I'm going to take all this Whittier. Unless there's some more Whittier back here. I don't think so, no. I'm going to take all this Whittier and put it on the hump. So I can get it all together. I'm going to put the Whittier on the hump. Alright. Back over to 9101. Or either one. This one may. No, this one can't get there either because it can't get by that pulpwood that's out in the middle of the lane. Alright, so what comes off after this? So that's all Dillsboro locust. I gotta put these two Dillsboros together. That's it. That's it, and this train will be ready to roll on. Alright, so tie that line in. We will go get this Dillsboro back here. And then that Dillsboro over there, and then she will be ready to roll. The switcher, the silver switcher can come get those three right there. Once this train gets out of the way. And let's go check on the Nantahala switcher real quick. Do you have all of them? I'll put a brake on that one. Take the brake off of that one. And all